Agricultural news from agview.net. Empirical Foods, based in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota, announcing it will open a new ground beef facility in Garden City. Once fully operational, it's expected to more than double the company's ground beef production and employ around 300 people. The facility is Empirical Foods' largest single investment in the company's 40-year history and will supplement its South Sioux City, Nebraska location. The groundbreaking for the state-of-the-art facility will take place during the first quarter of this year, and it's expected to be complete between 2022 and 2023. EPA's preliminary interim decision for atrazine has been released, and the Kansas Corn Grower Association leaders encouraged by the language in the PID. It sets the aquatic ecosystem level of concern for atrazine at a reasonable level. The decision supports EPA's commitment to use credible scientific research and to set reasonable ecological levels of concern for atrazine. Kansas Corn has been active in the triazine issue since the mid-1990s and a founding member of the Triazine Network, a diverse national coalition of growers of crops ranging from corn to sorghum to Christmas trees and citrus, who all have a stake in science-based regulatory decisions regarding atrazine and other atrazine herbicides. Corn Grower CEO Greg Krisick serves the Triazine Network Steering Committee. And Kansas Farm Bureau recognizing sesquicentennial farms in conjunction with its annual Century Farm Program. Century Farm Program honors farms with owners or operators related to the original farm owner-operator for 100 years by December 31st of this year. The sesquicentennial farm will recognize those that go beyond those farms, the same family, for 150 years. Now, the deadline for consideration to be part of the 2020 programs is May 15th. Complete details for qualifications and applications for both programs obtained at your County Farm Bureau offices across Kansas or at kfb.org. And USDA recently issued a proposed rule to reapportion the beef checkoff program's Cattlemen's Beef Board. RCAF says the proposed rule reveals importers control more cattle inventories than any other state in the U.S. except Texas. To make its calculations and regarding to who controls domestic cattle inventories, RCAF says USDA counts imported live cattle and converts the imported beef into a live cattle equivalent. Importers now control about 6.9 million cattle in the U.S. market. Only the state of Texas, which controls about 12.6 million cattle, exceeds the importers' control. The organization says the combination of cattle and beef imports represents the largest agricultural commodities imported from Canada and Mexico. Now, USDA data shows that U.S. imports $4.1 billion in cattle and beef from Canada and Mexico in 2018. RCAF CEO Bill Bullard claims the importers' dominant control over the cattle inventory affords them extraordinary influence on U.S. lawmakers, and adding cattle and beef importers are opposed to mandatory country of origin labeling because they don't want consumers to know where the origins of the cheaper sourced products come from. So more on these and other stories online at agview.net. Stay with us. We'll have more after these words.